Shalom Aleichem. This week we started a new book in the Torah, the book of Devarim. And in the first verse of this parsha, it says, "B'midbar ba'avra, mol suf ben paran uvein tofel." In the wilderness, on the plain across from Suf, between Paran and Tofel. Interesting. What does this verse mean? So Shach says something interesting that I didn't think before of. He says that the entire verse is a figurative rebuke to Israel for the failings over the last 40 years. Interesting. He says that each name mentioned in it hints at a shameful incident occurring earlier in the Chumash, and that some of the names do not even refer to real places. He says that Moshe chose to rebuke Israel in this manner in order to spare their dignity instead of doing it outright. Story of a shock that once he wished to encourage a certain Talmud to decide near him to come to minyan on time. And be careful about coming on time. So to this end, he sent an intermediary to the Talmud with the following message. The Rosh Hashiva says that gives him particular reinforcement when he sees you praying to him, praying next to him with intention. Wow. It's incredible. Something so simple as that, to rebuke somebody in a way that goes and preserves their dignity. While the first verse of this parsha is an entire rebuke to the Jewish people, you would never know that. And that's the thing. In life, we have to be mindful of what we say, of who we're talking to, and how we talk to them. We can't just go outrightly and rebuke somebody in front of everybody else. In Judaism, we're taught to not make a person's face turn red. What is refers to as embarrassing them. Now, there are many ways to embarrass somebody, but a huge way to embarrass somebody is by rebuking them in public. Outrightly rebuking them. Causing them shame, embarrassment. And we see here from Moshe Rabbeinu and Rav Shach the ways in which we should go out and rebuke somebody. When we rebuke somebody outright in front of others, it causes them embarrassment. And they have to feel like they have to stand up for themselves, which could lead to problems and more fights. So I give everybody a bracha that you, from this point forward, when it comes to rebuking somebody else, you don't rebuke them outrightly. You do it in a way that will cause the least embarrassment possible. And this week is the 9 days. The Shabbos is Tisha B'Av, one of the saddest days in the Jewish calendar. The fast of Tisha B'Av is pushed off to Sunday because it's an honor Shabbos. But in merit of these days, where one of the reasons the temple was destroyed was because of baseless hatred. During this time, from this time forward, heed the message of Moshe Rabbeinu, of Rav Shach, of many other Talmidim Gedolim, who have been throughout our generations and have not embarrassed somebody else. The story of Reb Moshe Feinstein, who got in his car in a Talmud, a student of his, closes the door right on his fingers. Reb Moshe did not say a word, not open the door until he got around the corner. Asked the driver to pull over to the side, open the door, and move his hands inside. He did not want to embarrass the person and cause the Talmud pain that he had injured the Rosh Hashiva. We should all have blessings in our lifetime to be able to talk to each person in a justly manner, in a way that does not rebuke them in person, does not cause them embarrassment, and as the Torah says, does not cause the face to become red. I wish you a beautiful Shabbos, and may we merit to see Mashiach born on this Tisha B'Av, and in the coming year, see the rebuilding of the third Beis Hamikdash in the holy city of Yerushalayim. A beautiful, beautiful Shabbos. Until next week, Shabbos.